Hi HCG lovelies, it's HCG Vegan Chick here with my round 2 VLCD 16-day update. I love how I try to figure this out right before I get on, and then I totally blank out when I get here. But 2 days ago was the start of the non-processed week or 2 on VLCD, and I am doing really well number-wise on the scale. So I'm continuing. Today's the last day of the purely liquid day. However, my numbers, I'm losing about a pound a day. Yesterday it was 0.8, yesterday it was 1, or the day before was 1.4, and then today was 1.2. So higher numbers than I've ever seen doing it standard. However, I think that is because part of what I'm losing right now is muscle. If I'm looking at my body fat percentage, I'm only losing, a couple points here and there every day, and the numbers when I just tried to figure them out were looking like I was losing about a half a pound of muscle a day. Half a pound of muscle is not acceptable. I cannot be losing that amount of muscle every day, because then I will be having no metabolism when I'm left over, and my body will not be working or functioning properly. I'm happy with the idea of losing a pound a day and continuing that, but I also have to figure out a way to make sure that I'm not losing muscle while I'm doing it. So I think what I'm going to need to do is to increase the protein a little bit more. Last night I didn't even get my last meal in, and I actually think I'm going to have to eat more throughout the course of the day. Like, I have been doing just the standardized, more of the 500 calorie style, where I literally am just eating the 2 meals a day. I was really kind of just breaking them down into 3. But I think I'm going to have to eat the 5 or potentially 6 meals a day. So I'm actually starting this morning. Instead of not eating for the majority of the morning, I'm actually going to eat this morning, and then I'll eat whenever I'm hungry thereafter. I've pretty much been able to make all my shakes, but I didn't even eat last night's meal. So I'm going to probably end up eating last night's meal this evening just to make sure I get it gone. Plus I have a little bit left over from the night before, that particular soup. So, yeah. I am excited about the fact that I'm losing. I'm actually starting to wonder if I'm going to lose too much. But again, there's really no way that you can lose too much. I mean, your body eventually is going to say, this is where we're going to stay. This is it. You're done. And as long as I'm doing it safely, then we're good to go. So as I said before, I'm going to continue out my journey. I probably am not going to order another HCG product. I actually don't think I'm going to need it. I was just looking at mine, and I'm on, day 16, and I have at least enough to get me through the end of this week, which is 21 days, or through this week, that'll be 21 days, and then I probably have enough to at least get me through 30 days, so I figure if I do at least do 30 days, I probably, at this rate, I'm going to be at my goal. I mean, I have 12 pounds left to get to my goal. I'm sitting right now at 132 even, and of course my goal is 120. And at 120, I really can't go any further down. Like, mentally, I don't think that I would be happy being any further down than that. 125 is kind of my safe haven. That's sort of where I want to be sitting. So if I get down to 120, that kind of gives me those 5 pounds to add back in muscle, if that's what I need to do. And I do know that some of the loss that we have is in muscle, but at the same time, I don't think it should be a significant portion of what's being lost every day. I would be happier losing the 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 every day than losing a full pound, knowing that I'm losing just body fat and not muscle. So I tested it the initial way, the first couple days, really monitoring my intake of food and not really trying to eat too high over my 500 calories. I have not actually done the calculations to see how much I ate, but considering I only ate half of the first meal the first day and half of the last meal the first day. And then I didn't even eat one of the whole meals yesterday, but I did eat the other half of the first meal the first day. I am guessing that I'm sitting in the 500, 600 calorie range. But today I'm probably going to end up seeing that increase quite heavily up to probably 900 calories, I think is what today's original calculations would have been if I didn't make any substitutions. However, I have been substituting out the coconut oil. I'm not doing quite as much coconut oil as it is. And of course, today also the menu has a lot of avocados on it, and I cannot do avocados at all. So I have actually decided to substitute with coconut meat, young Thai coconut meat, which is very similar in calories. Okay, go. I'll be right there. It's very similar in nature to avocado. It doesn't have the same like flavor and texture. It's a lot lighter. It's actually kind of an egg white kind of texture, which I love for making egg white salads, which I will be doing from this point forward once I get into P2 or out of P2 into P3. But yeah, kind of interesting. I am still doing yoga. I've actually done yoga 5 days this week. 6 days this week. 5 days this week. I actually am not going to get a chance to do yoga today because of the holiday weekend. The hours for it are kind of off, and they took out the last class for the day. Tomorrow, I'm probably also not going to get to do it because I may be going up to the Renaissance Festival, and in which case, again, I have to take all of my meals with me. So tomorrow is actually the first day that we actually add in salads. So I can do, there's a big leafy green salad that's in the middle of the day. I'm trying to adhere as closely as possible to this particular plan so that it's easy for me to relay the information to everyone else who's looking at doing a non-processed vegan form of HCG. So I am not kind of just making up my own rules and doing what I want within the raw community or the non-processed vegan community. I'm really trying to follow this particular plan and see how it works with HCG, and if it works in conjunction, great. If it doesn't, then, obviously we know that we won't be doing this. But as I said before, scale-wise, if I was just concerned about what the scale said, I would be super excited. But because I am also concerned with what my body fat measurements are saying, I'm a little bit more concerned about the big losses. So, as I said, the adjustment today is going to be adding in more calories to see if we can sustain the losses, but yet minimize the amount of fat that's being lost. Or, I'm sorry, minimize the amount of muscle that's being lost. Again, it could also be water because I'm not intaking as much water as I have been because a lot of the water I'm getting is coming in through the liquids. So I'm not actually just chugging the water. And then, of course, today, with not doing yoga, the number tomorrow in the past has always been very different when I don't do yoga, but that was also during Tom. So Tom, I think, was really throwing me for a complete hole, curve, ball, whatever you want to say it is. So anyways, that's what I've got for you. You can find me on HCGVeganChic.com, the HCGVeganChic on Facebook, HCGVeganChic on Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, which eventually I will get back to and start doing things. I will talk to y'all very soon. Have a wonderful day.